Hello, this is Mike Wade, and welcome to this week's video featuring Tom's Tools and yours truly. The disclaimer: stock and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of these risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the stock and options market. Don't trade money you cannot afford to lose, and always remember that I am not an advisor, an investment advisor. I'm a trader, and please don't construe anything I'm about to share with you as advice. All prices are in US dollars unless noted otherwise, and feel free to read the balance of the disclaimer at your leisure. All right, it's that time of year, everybody. It's time for Dogs of the Dow. It's a system that has really performed well over the last several decades. Since 2009, it has outperformed the Dow, the S&P 500. It's eclipsed the performance of most of the major mutual funds. The Puppies of the Dow, I'll add, on steroids, has well outperformed the Dogs of the Dow as well. So let's get into this system. What is it? How do we do it? It's really simple, actually. On December the 31st of each year, this is for the Puppies of the Dow on steroids. On December 31st of each year, what you want to do is go out and find the top 10 Dow dividend yielding stocks. Remember, dividend yield is calculated by dividing the annual dividend amount by the actual stock price. Now, yields change as stock prices change, and dividends also change. But that's really how we do it. We want to find the highest dividend yields by using the dividends ranker. And then once you have the top 10 Dow dividend yielding stocks, then we're going to take the cheapest 5 of those and we're going to buy the shares in those stocks. We're going to hold them for a year, collecting the quarterly dividend checks. To put the puppies on steroids, what we'll also do is sell monthly covered calls. Simple. So we're going to get into Tom's Tools, the dividends ranker. Once again, I'm going to show you how to find the top 10 dividend yield Dow stocks. Easily identify the cheapest of those 5, which are called the puppies. We're going to put the puppies on steroids by selling covered calls, and then I'll leave you with a quick summary. So that's it. Let's hop into the tools. I'm going to go into stocks, stock analysis, and dividends. Now, I covered this ranker last week. If you want to dig into the help, feel free. But really, what I want to do is just rank by forward dividend yield. This is the anticipated dividend yield for next year going forward. And again, it's calculated by dividing the current dividend amount by the current stock price, both of which are subject to change in the future. So that's the dividend forward yield. All right. Now, of course, I want to run this against the Dow Jones 30. So I select Dow Jones 30 next to stock lists, and then I just click search. Really simple. In a matter of seconds, the ranker comes back and ranks the stocks by the dividend yield, the forward yield. That's the current yield anticipated into the future, the forward look at the yield. You've got everything you've seen before, the name of the company, the symbol, access to the charts, news, etc. You've got the current stock price, and of course the current forward dividend yield. And notice that they're in descending order, and the top 10 of these, from IBM through Merck, are the dogs. Now, to identify the puppies, what I do is I hop in and I find the cheapest. I'll highlight those in yellow. You can see here that these 5 stocks are the cheapest of the 10, and they are ExxonMobil, Verizon, Coca-Cola, Pfizer, and Cisco. All right, so what do you do with these on December the 31st? You buy them. Actually, what you do on December the 31st is you rerun this ranker and you find just redo this whole thing. Make sure you're identifying the current dogs and then the current puppies. All of the prices are subject to change between now, when I'm recording this video, on December the 21st and 10 days from now. So that's the deal. So what you do with these things is you buy them on December 31st, you hold them for a year, you collect your quarterly dividend checks. It is just that simple. If you want to play the basic Puppies of the Dow, if you want to supercharge it and put it on steroids, what you do is you sell monthly covered calls. Now, what does that bring in? Let's take Pfizer as an example. I've gone into Tom's Tools. I go to Options, Option Chains, and I just want to get a feel for what Pfizer, for example, might do for me in terms of a monthly premium. So I've got PFE typed in there for the stock symbol. I want 30-day options. These are January 18. They expire on the 18th of January, which is the third Friday. Click Update, and let's see what we got. You can see the current stock price as the time of this recording is at 42.66. I can sell the 43 calls here for $1.14. All right, that's a lot, right? $1.14. Multiply that by 12, and you're looking at about a $13 annual income on your Pfizer stock. That reduces your cost basis by $13 roughly. All right, so that's pretty cool. If I take the actual monthly return on investment as of the current price and the position of the strikes and the stock price, I'm looking at roughly a 2 to 3% monthly return on my stock in addition to the quarterly dividends. This is a very nice strategy indeed. All right, so that is in a nutshell the system, and the way you access it is you go into the dividend ranker, you go after the Dow Jones 30, you click rank by forward dividend yield, you click your search button, and then you take the top 5 cheapest of those 10 stocks, and those are your puppies. You put them on steroids by selling monthly covered calls, and you are off to the races. Now, one last thing I'll leave you with before I close this video. As I record this video on December the 21st, 2018, all the markets have been in a bearish posture since really October of 2018. So the markets still seem to be looking for some downside. So what I would suggest you do, again, this is not advice, but be prudent. This system does not work well in a bearish market, so I would wait until the market bottoms and begins an upturn at least before invoking the system. All right, there you have it. Those are the puppies of the Dow on steroids. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a great 2018, and 2019 is the best year ever. I'll see you all next week.